Chapter 17. 17.1. The Trio. Teachings etc. Arjun speaks. Verse number 1. Arjun spoke, in which of the three categories, namely, attribute of fruitive goodness, sattva, attribute of fruitive keenness, rajas, and attribute of fruitive ignorance, tamas, will a person, performing sacrificial fire, havan, with sincerity and faithfully, fall if he gives up, discards the study acquisition of knowledge, O Krishna? Comments. The eternal triad has to have the better of the effects of the trio. Note. The word yajante has been given the meaning of sacrificial fire, havan, in view of the context. 17.2. The trio. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 2. Shri Krishna speaks that the faith and the sincerity of a person varies in accordance with his nature under the degrees of one or more of the three attributes caused due to nature, namely, attribute of fruitive goodness, sattva, attribute of fruitive keenness, rajas, and attribute of fruitive ignorance, tamas. Now, hear about this. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. Shlok numbers 1 to 4 of ch. 17 may be read together. Arjun's question is premised on blind following of a certain routine. Actions without proper knowledge would rarely be right or have qualities of sincerity and faithfulness. Such actions may be wholly unnecessary. However, Arjun's question has been answered in Shlok number 4 of ch. 17. 17.3. The trio. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 3. A person is innately of a faithful, sincere nature. But the degree of this quality depends on the person's character, personality. He is what his degree of faith, sincerity is, O Bharat. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. 17.4. The trio. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 4. Those persons under the attribute of fruitive goodness, sattva, perform sacrificial fires, havans, to please the deities. Persons under the attribute of fruitive keenness, rajas, perform sacrificial fires, havans, to please gods of Kuber and demons, and other persons under the attribute of fruitive ignorance, tamas, perform sacrificial fires, havans, to please the ghosts and the spirits. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. The word yajante is being given the meaning of sacrificial fire in view of the context. It may be noticed that Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna asked Arjun to rise above the three attributes caused due to nature. Please refer inter alia to Shlok number 45 of chapter 2 etc. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna speaking as Brahm had clearly told the world that the Brahm cannot even be seen normally. Please inter alia see Shlok numbers 48, 53, 54 of chapter 11. It may be kept in view that Shri Krishna is only answering a question. He is not approving of the sacrificial fire, havan, for pleasing anyone. The eternal triad has to have the better of the effects of the trio. 17.5. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 5. Such persons forced and impelled under the influence of pretense, false pride, obstinacy, unreasonableness, lust, attachment, resort to difficult forms of physical penance, austerity. The severe penance, austerity, is not permitted and is outside the knowledge after study. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. 17.6. Science living cells Brahm is tormented. Ishwar speaks. Verse no 17.6. These unwise persons torment the multitude of sensitive beings, tissues, cells, in material body as also the Brahm, whose fragment the soul, is situated inside the material body. Know this. Comments. Shri Krishna speaks as Brahm. Reference is invited to Shlok number 8 of chapter 9, where the word expression Bhutagrama has been used. But the same meaning of words has not to be followed in this shlok. A great scientific truth is disclosed by Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna in this shlok. In the material body of the living beings, there are multitudes of living cells, tissues. This is life within life. Shri Krishna is referring to tormenting of these multitudes of living cells, tissues in material body by the physical torture austerities undertaken by the stubborn persons. The other great truth disclosed in this shlok is that the Brahm in the form of the soul exists in the material body. The soul in an individual body, although being part of the Brahm, is yet separate from him. The soul in a material body is a fragment of the Brahm. This individual soul has also the innate quality of further fragmentation as already noticed in Shlok number 8 of chapter 15. Brahm, a living being. In this Shlok, Shri Krishna directly links the individual soul with the Brahm. The nearness of the individual soul to Brahm is clearly indicated. It is said that the Brahm is pained by the severe austerity penance, through the pain felt by the individual soul. The above shlok also clearly proves that Brahm is a living entity controlling etc. all living beings. Of course, as already stated earlier, he is the creator. Otherwise, there was no need to say that torment to individual soul is torment to Brahm. Reference is made to Shlok number 35 of chapter 4, which discloses Brahm's relationship with the living beings. One should know that tissues, cells are part of the sensory system. Please inter alia see Shlok numbers 3 and 4 of chapter 8. Consciousness is the quality only of the soul. Please also see number 19 of ch, 17 etc. 17.7. Food, 3 tastes. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 7. All foods are liked because of their 3 qualities, sour, sweet and saltish. Similarly, performance of fruitive ceremonies, havan, fruitive austerity penance and fruitive charity have 3 categories. Now, you hear about their distinctiveness. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. Shlok numbers 7 to 10 of chapter 17 may be read together. The word yajna have given the meaning of sacrificial fire in the context. 17.8. Food and the trio. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 8. Foods which help age life, innate purity, strength, good health, happiness and optimism, which are well-oiled, nutritious and tasty are liked by the persons in the attribute of fruitive goodness, sattva. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. Shlok numbers 7 to 10 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.9. Food and the trio. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 9. The food which is bitter, sour, salty, very hot, pungent, dry and spicy causing burning sensation and which results in unhappiness, sadness and disease, such food is liked by the persons under the attribute of fruitive kinesis, rajas. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. Shlok numbers 7 to 10 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.10. Food and the trio. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 10. Food which is half-baked, distasteful, decomposed state and already partaken of and also impure is liked by the persons under the attribute of fruitive ignorance, tamas. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 7 to 10 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.11. The trio examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 11. A sacrificial fire, Havan, performed in accordance with knowledge after study with full attention and without any strong specific expectation of result gain and under the belief that it is their duty, falls under the attribute of fruitive goodness, sattva. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 11 to 13 of chapter 17 may be read together. Note. Reference is invited to comments under number 7 of chapter 15 which inter alia is, in the sermon of Bhagwat Gita the word mana has also been used for the expressions in view, focus, attention, concentration etc. These comments have used above meanings according to the context. 17.12. The trio examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 12. Who performs sacrificial fire, Havan, with the longing of a particular result fruit, for show only for egoism vanity or by way of pretense falls under the attribute of fruitive keenness, Rajas, you should know, O best of the Bharats. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 11 to 13 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.13. The trio examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 13. Performance of sacrificial fire, Havan, without the rules, without giving away of food, without incantation fee and without faith, is attribute of fruitive ignorance, tamas. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 11 to 13 of chapter 17 may be read together. Shlok numbers 11 to 13 of chapter 17 clearly show the general view held as to when the sacrificial fire, Havan, should be performed. Shlok number 11 of chapter 17 shows that such a performance may take place for the general good and not for any selfish gain, that too after proper thought and consideration of its usefulness and necessity as indicated in Shlok number 11 of chapter 17. In the above Shlok, the word yajna has been given the meaning of sacrificial fire because of the clear contextual setting. 17.14. Austerity examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 14. Respecting the deities, revered persons, the learned ones, the teachers and the wise persons, cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy and non-violence are described as physical austerities of the material body. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 14 to 16 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.15. Austerity examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 15. Words which are non-hurting, truthful, pleasant and beneficial and from knowledge gained by study are considered as the austerity of the voice. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 14 to 16 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.16. Austerity examples. Consciousness is the quality only of the soul. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 16. Blissful consciousness, soberness, deliberate silence, self-controlled, purity of the consciousness, thus, this is all due to controlled discipline, austerity, of the impacted consciousness, mana. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Please also see Shlok number 34 of chapter 6 etc. Shlok numbers 14 to 17 of chapter 17 may be read together. Consciousness is the quality only of the soul. Please inter alia see comments under Shlok numbers 7 and 8 of chapter 15. 17.17. Example of goodness. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 17. Faithful and sincere action leads to better performance, and if the action is taken without ambition of any result fruit, then out of the three foregoing austerities, such a person comes under the attribute of goodness, sattva. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 13 to 17 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.18. Selfish austerity. The trio examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 18. The austerity done with the object of or for begetting honor, hospitality, recognition and respect or for pretense is considered as falling under the attribute of fruitive keenness, rajas. These are temporary and short-lived. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 13 to 17 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.19. Trio examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 19. The austerity penance done with stubbornness, haughtiness, and pain to the soul and the body or for dislodging another person, falls under the attribute of fruitive ignorance, tamas. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 18 and 19 of chapter 17 may be read together. Please also see comments under number 6 of ch 17 etc. 17.20. Charity examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 20. Charity given without any selfish benefit and given to the deserving person and correct time and place falls under the attribute of goodness, sattva. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 20 and 22 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.21. Charity. Trio examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 21. But charity shown with a view to obtaining some benefit in present or in future and given grudgingly falls under the attribute of fruitive keenness, rajas. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 20 and 22 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.22. Charity. The trio examples. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 22. Charity shown to an undeserving person, and with contempt without proper ceremony and without correct choice as to time, place, falls under the attribute of ignorance, tamas. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self speaks. Shlok numbers 20 and 22 of chapter 17 may be read together. 17.23 Brahm his creation all real. Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 23. Thus, the expression Om Tat Sat containing the three words was used for Brahm while performing of sacrificial fire, Havan, by the high priests in ancient times, in Vedas. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. The word Om has already been referred to in Shlok numbers 13 of chapter 8, 7 of chapter 9, etc. Whatever exists in the cosmos, the movement thereof in entirety produces the cosmic sound Om. The word Tat also refers to the reality of the objects in the cosmos. It is not a mere dream. It is not a mere imagination. It is not a mirage. The word Sat also refers to the existence of the above said cosmic sound and the above said objects. The expression Om, Tat, Sat, therefore, refers to and is indicative of the reality of the Brahm and his creations. This meaning is symbolized by the said expression. Of course, this expression has been used very frequently in the ancient times. The word yajna has been given the meaning of the sacrificial fire, Havan, in view of the context. 17.24 Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 24. Therefore, the various activities, ceremonies, including charity, performance of sacrificial fire, Havan, austerity, penance are commenced by speaking the word Om for Brahm according to the procedure. It is so said. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. The word yajna has been given the meaning of the sacrificial fire, Havan, in the view of the context. 17.25 Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 25. With a view to achieving the salvation moksha, persons without longing for any material fruits perform many activities such as the austerity, penance, charity and sacrificial fire, Havan, seek the reality of the objects in the cosmos. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. The word yajna has been given the meaning of the sacrificial fire, Havan, in view of the context. Please also see Shlok numbers 48, 53, 54 of chapter 11, etc. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna speaking as the Brahm lays down that by 1. Study of Vedas, 2. Sacrificial fire, Havan, 3. Charity, 4. Rituals, 5. Severe penance, austerity, etc. the Brahm cannot even be sighted or seen. Of course, attaining the Brahm is clearly not possible. Please also see Shlok numbers 49 of ch.2, 3 of ch.3, 28 of ch.8, number 23 of ch.17. 17.26 Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 26. Purity of thought, fairness of nature and truthfulness are indicative of praiseworthy activities and words to be followed, O Parth. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. Please also see comments under number 23 of ch.17. 17.27 Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 27. Austerity, penance, charity, performance of sacrificial fire, Havan and connected activity with these objects, if done steadfastly and truthfully, are said to be good. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks. 17.28 Shri Krishna speaks. Verse number 28. Any activity done without sincerity and faith, including charity, austerity, penance, performance of sacrificial fire, Havan, etc. is of no avail either in this world or in the other world. It is so said, O Parth. Comments. Brahm's alter ego Shri Krishna, the second self, speaks.